Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of MetalGarurumon, and this kit is from the Digimon side of things. And in terms of release, this was released back in 2021 by Bandai, as you can see by this nice little blue logo. So this is my second unboxing of a figurized standard Digimon kit. Making the disclaimer that it's probably not the second figurized standard kit ever. I think it actually might be the third. So before this I'd looked at Greymon, and this time, because I've just had this come in from HobbyLink, looking at MetalGarurumon. Now, because I tend to forget, and just because I mentioned it, I will include a link to MetalGarurumon in the description below, over at HobbyLink Japan, where I did pick mine up. I'll also include a link to some of the other various Digimon figurized standard kits as well. There's almost a dozen of them now, ranging from some of these anime accurate ones to the actual amplified line. And when I last looked, I think there was about 3, maybe even 4 of them that were actually in stock. Not sure if MetalGarurumon was. Greymon was in stock, so if you're after some Digimon kits and want to go back to basics and not necessarily the amplified version, go have a look. Anyway, box art of MetalGarurumon. Don't want to say that 10 times fast. Front of the box, so more in the traditional anime stylization. So we have a nice shot of him right there. Bottom of the box, some various poses. So we've got 2 poses here, some blurbs about some of the plastic being used to help recreate some of the poses and ornaments. Some stickers. That is a crest, can't remember which one. And then 2 more poses over here. Some various ball joints and things like that. And to be honest, I quite like that. The more of the anime stylization as opposed to the amplified. Well, the amplified looks fantastic as well. Side of the box is just a copy of the front, and then here we have another blurb of MetalGarurumon, a front and rear view of the finished assembled kit. And I do believe, so this one has been painted and things like that. This one, however, is probably more of a reflection of what comes out of the box. Which is probably what I will have, really. Just keeping more of a straight build. So that was the box. Let's crack this open. So we have, obviously these are not going to be color accurate, but that's not surprising. So 1, 2, 3 bags of runners. A 4th bag that actually has some effect parts in it. Very nice. And then the manual at the bottom. So, what I'll do is cut open these bags, and then we'll have a look at the manual and the runners. Okay, with everything now out of the bags and the manual out of the box. So, repeat of the front cover art, this time more of the full image. Nice little blurb up here about MetalGarurumon, having gone through a warp digivolve from Gabumon. Just your usual basic flavor text down at the bottom. Back of the manual, so similar poses that we already saw on the bottom of the box. More about the beam wings. So these were the effects that were happily chilling on their own, which I'll still in their little bag, I wasn't going to risk cutting them out. As for the color guide, we have that at the bottom, very diverse range of colors being used. Skip the inside section there. So over to the black and white pages first. Parts list, so 5 runners in total, so it's actually a lot less than Wargreymon. Also has no polycaps, so interesting to see how that goes. The effect parts, as well as a sticker sheet. So that's not too bad. It doesn't feel like it will be too labor intensive given it's only the 5 runners. And you know, especially with B2 and C2, they're going to be functional copies to cater for lefting and righting. In terms of the build the head, which is a bit more complex than what we saw with Wargreymon, which is fair enough. Head is much more prominent for MetalGarurumon. Build the body and the missile launchers. So that's obviously a bit of a different build, but the entire body is treated as the body, so that's pretty good. Front legs as opposed to left and right, although they are still broken down to right front and left front. And then moving into the color pages, we have the hind legs, which will be right hind, left hind. Put everything together, and then the beam wings, which you can then attach in, and subsequently the effect parts. And there'll also be a action base connector the lower side of MetalGarurumon. So that's pretty cool if you want to do some aerial poses, which makes a lot of sense as well. So that was the manual. Quick look at the sticker sheet, not too bad. It is smaller than Wargreymon, probably a little bit of color correcting, which isn't too bad at all. And hopefully they all go on relatively flat surfaces. In terms of the runners, multicolor A runner, it's yellow, red, that baby blue and black, I dare say. That's not too bad. A little bit of detailing on some of these parts, which is good. And then some others are a bit more basic and flat, but that's okay. So that's the A runner. We have 2 B runners, B1 and B2. B2 being, okay, so I take that back. B1 is a bit of a copy of that component of B2, but B1 also has its own unique parts, so it's interesting how they just didn't have this attached to B2, and then, oh, either. But that's in a nice, it's definitely some type of blue. It has a slight purple tinge to it. So those are those. You might do it that way. So that's pretty cool. So B1 and B2 in that nice looking blue. And of course, banging the camera. Oh, not so much the camera, one of the lights. And then C1 and C2. So C2 is a more straightforward copy of C1, with C1 having a few pieces that are standalone and unique. So if I just take that away momentarily, so bottom of the feet, probably bits of the torso, and some of your joints that will connect things into. I also do like how the missiles are actually their own separate color, and then go into the subsequent mounting. And that is also the last runner, which is kind of weird. And also the effect parts, which I will keep in the plastic for the time being. that's pretty cool. They're relatively flat, but they're in a bit of a yellow, because I did forget. So that is a very pale grey, like not a whitish grey, but it's definitely an offshoot of a very light grey. So that was both the sea runners. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of MetalGarurumon. Less runners to deal with compared to Wargreymon, but should be a nice, straightforward and easy build. There will be some areas that will need some color updating, which is fair enough. It's effectively a level of high grade kit, so can't expect everything to be color accurate. But a lot of the stuff that need color updating, they're relatively small areas, and nothing some paint markers can't fix. Thank you very much for watching this video, and before I forget, because I just did, I will have links to Hobby Link Japan, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, to MetalGarurumon and the other Digimon Figurized Standard kits as well, for you to have a look at and potentially acquire one if you're so interested. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe to this channel if you wish to do so. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Definitely check it out, because if and when I finally start these builds, you'll definitely see it there first. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.